Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. We are here for another nerd news update, so let's get right into it. Our top story tonight is Spider-Man No Way Home got a new trailer. I'm getting very hyped for this movie. I'm not going to talk too much about the trailer because if you haven't seen it, you might as well experience it yourself. But let's just say, if you're a fan of Spider-Man and Spider-Man movies, this is going to be so much fun. Okay. Alright, moving on to our next story. Xbox had their Gamescom event streamed today. I haven't watched the whole thing yet, I'm only about halfway through. I think the most notable thing to talk about is Dying Light 2 Stay Human had a presentation and a trailer. So far it's looking really good. It's got new traversal methods, such as I believe I saw some wall running in there, and the combat looks good. There's going to be some cool looking zombie varieties, and it looks like they're really doubling down on the theme from the main story of the first one, where there's zombies everywhere, but the real threat that you have to worry about in these games are the other humans, the human villains. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. Alright, let me check what our next story is. Okay. Stranger Things 3, the game. I finished that game, and there is a review up on my channel if you would like to check that out. Alright, Aliens Fireteam Elite released, and GameRanx, the channel, which is GameRanx, that channel has a review up on it. That's the review that I watched. Now, from what they were talking about in this review, it seems that it's a little bit light on story, and it's made to be enjoyed with friends. And I would be playing this solo because I doubt I could convince my friends to pick up Aliens Fireteam Elite. So I'm gonna hold off on that one for a bit. For one thing, I have other Aliens games I have access to that I haven't played yet, like Isolation and Colonial Marines, so I'll be playing those instead. But the shooting looks good, and the alien designs themselves look interesting. So I might give it a try a little bit down the road. Alright, a little bit ago I talked about the Pirates of the Caribbean consolation loot thing. Little update on that, I finally did go through and do the tutorial mission, made a character and all that. And I think I did get some compensation loot, because when I was talking to one of the trading groups or whatever, I saw my level go up 10 times, so I think I might have more gold than I was originally intended to start with. Maybe this is how you start, but I started with a little over 60,000 gold and 35 doubloons. I don't know if that's normal. Again, I'm a new player, but hey, it's a lot of stuff to start out with, so I'm not complaining. Alright, two more stories. Let's go with Dying Light. The first Dying Light game has a community event going on, which is themed around alien invasions. In the game, there is lower gravity, the story being that aliens have shown up and used their technology to mess with gravity. You can jump higher, and you have no fall damage, which in a game like Dying Light, that's a big deal. So yeah, I'm just kind of enjoying that right now. Other things to note is the grapple hook, at least for me, is having infinite recharge, it's instantly recharging after use. And there is a little bit of a challenge going on, because the virals in the game, which are the sprinting zombies that can climb, they seem way more aggressive and are at least feeling like they're appearing in larger numbers. So keep that in mind. So yeah, you get some more challenging viral stuff, but you also get all this cool stuff like no fall damage. So yeah, an event in Dying Light, good stuff. And for our final topic, I have experienced much of the Season 5 content for Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, so I'm just going to break that down for you for a sec. Alright, so some general content. A new score streak was added to multiplayer and zombies, being the flamethrower. I've not tried it in multiplayer yet, but in zombies, it does good against normal zombies, it does good against special enemies like mimics and manglers, and it does good against mini-bosses. It was actually pretty fun fighting a Krasny Soldat. He's using his flamethrower on me, I'm using my flamethrower on him, so that was pretty cool. Also across the board, new weapons being added. A new SMG, a new AR, a new melee weapon in the form of a cane, which I'm really pumped for, and also a dual wield, a pistol that is it's a double barrel shotgun pistol, and you can dual wield them. I haven't unlocked most of these new weapons except for the tier 15 one. It's going to take a bit. But anyway, moving on to some specific zombie stuff. That's, where I'm most interested in. Oh, we got a new perk, Death Perception. Again, this was a less useful perk in BO4, but in this version, it's more or less the same except for some new cool features. A bonus in salvage pickup. Again, what I'm going to talk about is all the fully upgraded stuff. Makes the UAV ping go more frequently, lets you see intel and like loot chests and stuff through walls. Does the normal stuff like letting you see enemies through wall, the danger indicator behind you, stuff like that. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. I believe it also does increase critical damage or armor penetration damage, something like that. It has like some damage boost effect going on as well. So yeah, cool new perk. One of my favorite new additions is the grapple gun. Outbreak now has a grapple gun, and it functions just like the one from Black Ops 4, and it is so much fun to just use around Outbreak. Like, that is an awesome addition. Other cool additions to Outbreak, a tank. Yes, they added a tank vehicle. It's a ton of fun to use in combat. The issue is, if you're on a map like Alpine, it's not the best for traversal, but other than that, it's great. Alright. And we do have a new Outbreak region, that being Collateral. I did have a chance to play on it, and I think it's a really solid Outbreak region. There's new intel to find. You can just have fun with the objectives. Oh, my nose itches. Yeah, Collateral, good new Outbreak map. Of course, we have new seasonal challenges in multiplayer and zombies, so those are always fun to go for. That's that's my motivation for getting to round or level 190 every season. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pull it off this season because I got a lot of other games I want to be playing. I did pull it off last season, and I pulled it off in season 1. The season 2 and 3, I did not get to that rank though. Anyway, also of course we have a new Outbreak feature being the Omega helicopter. The helicopter in Outbreak is piloted by the Russian bad guys Omega Group, and if you manage to shoot it down, it will drop a crate filled with a lot of salvage. Now, normally salvage is green tier and blue tier, but this is purple tier and orange tier salvage. So you get picking up an orange high grade will give you 25 high grade, and I don't remember how much the purple low grade gives you, but I'm sure it's more than your standard, 50 per piece. So yeah, that's a cool feature. I enjoyed taking that out first time I saw it. Alright, and last in our zombies news. Sorry, I'm looking over there. I gotta read all this. I don't have this all in my head. Well, I do, but not readily accessible. The last thing for zombies, the new field upgrade, Tesla Storm. I tested it out in solo. It's pretty cool. Makes a field around you of energy, stuns enemies, that kind of stuff. So yeah, very enjoyable. I haven't tried it in co-op, but I should try it in co-op sometime, because apparently if you're in co-op and you have teammates near, it'll make a clothesline of electricity, so you can just kind of walk around the zombies and they'll get hit by the lightning. So that's going to be interesting to try out sometime. And now let's close off with multiplayer. We have a brand new mode called Double Agent. This mode is really cool. It's basically you get randomly assigned as either a double agent, an investigator, or an operative. If you're an investigator, you have to figure out who the double agents are. If you're an operator, you protect the double agent and try to help them. If you're an operator, you protect the investigator. Investigator tries to figure out who the double agents are. Operators protect them. And double agents try to kill everybody that is an operator or an investigator. And they also try to detonate dirty bombs. Now, there's really cool stuff. You find clues that'll give you information like whether the double agent operator is a male or a female, what their number is, because you can look in a list of all the players in the game and they'll have a number assigned, that kind of thing. So I thought that's a really interesting mode. I did have a chance to be the double agent, the investigator, and the operative, so I think it's a really fun mode. It's got depth. We also got new maps. Slums was added. I never played the Black Ops 2 version, but I am very familiar with the Black Ops 4 version. It feels very much the same, except without the specialist. The color palette feels a little bit more white, some whiter tones on the map. But other than that, same layout, same fun map. Then we also have Showroom, the new 3v3 and 2v2 map. It is set in the Pines Mall, and it's really long in terms of like the layout. There's lots of cover. There's an escalator system where you can vault over to get to the other side. It's an interesting addition. Overall, I thought it was a pretty fun map. I've been playing it a decent amount to work on unlocking the Marshall pistol, because the matches go fast, so you can get your challenge done a little bit faster. So yeah, that's a one. That's solid. And then let's see, we have another one. Oh yeah, the new map that actually ties into the story is Echelon. Echelon is a pretty solid map. For one thing, the visuals look great. It's got some good visual variety. There's a cool feature where you can go into one of the like dome areas or orbs or whatever, and it's blown up, so you can like look out of it. It's a good little sniper's nest or roost or whatever you want to call it. So that's an interesting feature. One of my favorite things, there is this like construction crane holding a beam. You can actually jump from one ledge onto the beam, run over, and jump onto another ledge to access the other side of the map. So it's a cool little flanking round. I really like details like that. Alright, just was checking my list there. I think that is going to cover the nerd news for today. I'm going to try to watch the rest of the Gamescom event, and there's also an event tomorrow, which by the time this video goes up is probably going to be today. But anyway, I'll try to get some more coverage on that, and I'll keep you updated. I've got some other things that I'm saving for another video, but yeah, that's going to be your update for today. Thank you for checking out the video. Have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, whenever you're watching this. Alright.